Hello and welcome to Friday Nights with TCF. We have two guests you may already know. We have Gamer.
What's up, guys? Gameboy.
Knew
Kiss me on Twitter at
No, he told me I could say
TCF
either, so-
Gameboy. On Twitter, it's TCF Gameboy, though.
And then we have
Give me a
Boomy.
follow.
Yeah, Boomy at Boomy TCF.
Then we have a new member, Trae Blumhorst,
Hello, thank you.
Give a Twitter handle.
Boomy's brother.
At Trae JB.
Oh, yeah, big follow. He was on episode, what was it, Boomy?
7 or 8,
7.
one of
I
the
did
two.
not remember which one.
Because we
You messed
misnamed
it up.
like 3
it was
times.
7, but you named it 8.
I think that was true.
All in the family.
Yeah, my bad. I hope you all listened to the podcast this morning with Danny Parkins. Very cool interview. Me and Boomy got to do with
It was awesome, yeah.
with Pigoy,
Yeah,
formerly
it's-
known as Simon.
Yeah,
we
the
have
artist
figured.
Simon.
Actually, we figured that out today. He is no longer Simon. He's given up
Yeah.
the Simon.
Do you not
name.
know that?
No, I didn't know. I didn't know he officially dropped
He
it.
made that decision, I think, like 2 weeks ago.
That's official.
Well, I knew he was like going Pigo. I didn't know he just officially dropped the Simon.
But it was a very cool interview having Danny on.
Very
so
cool.
make sure you go check
It was
that
weird
out.
because actually Boomy sent us all a Snapchat of Danny talking on the radio today. We're like, yeah, we just talked to him
Yeah.
not too long
Yeah,
ago.
like 6 hours ago.
It's very weird. It was very cool. Like we're like, what's up? And he just started talking. It's like that guy's voice is
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird
Something
hearing
else.
his voice not on the radio.
yeah. It's very weird.
Yeah, it was.
You just
Sorry.
We got a Boomy.
Way to go.
Sorry,
All right,
no,
let's-
I'm having some technical difficulties over here with the Facebook page, so I can't see any comments.
Is that
So
hopefully we're live? So
There are comments on here.
we should be able to see it.
There's just nobody
So-
watching. That's our problem.
hopefully you can.
Well, I'm the only one watching right now, so
That actually may be true. So I guess hopefully you're watching. So let's go right into the NBA playoffs. I think let's start off. I think the Cavs are going to get swept.
I think you're an idiot.
No,
You don't think LeBron James is going to win one more at least one game in Cleveland?
I think it goes back 2-2. It goes back
Thank
to
you.
Boston.
That's what I'm saying.
Zach, even me and you can admit that LeBron's going to win one.
maybe one.
I hope he
we're
does.
already
Now, I would-
backtracking now.
I could
I
see
hope he
3-1,
doesn't.
but it's
I
going to
said
be 2-2.
maybe one.
But we can
Maybe.
admit
How's that
he's gonna get
backtracking?
one.
How's that backtracking?
You literally 30 seconds ago said the Cavs are going to get swept,
I
and
said
now
maybe.
in 5 minutes he's going to say, "Well, I think it's going to go 7."
All I can
I don't
say
think it's
is
going 7.
I am vicariously living through the Celtics right now. As a
Oh,
Bulls
I
fan,
hate
I'm
the
just like,
Celtics.
as a Bulls fan, I'm just like, all those times the Bulls won game 1 of a series against LeBron and then got blown out in game 2. And then
The Derrick
3 and then
Rose,
4 and
Derrick Rose
5.
game winner.
I'm so happy with game 2 for the Celtics because I felt like the Bulls just got to win.
They could never get over that hump. Of
How
just
perfect.
going up 2-0.
How perfect would it have been if the Celtics ended up picking up Derrick Rose halfway
Oh,
through, and he
that'd be
was
great.
just beating them right now?
The game winner, no expression.
Oh,
That was one of the
no,
coolest
that was
things
so-
ever.
the greatest moment of
Gifts.
my Bulls fandom,
See,
considering I
don't know,
wasn't
think,
really
like,
around for
08
MJ.
Rajon Rondo ruined the Celtics for me because I hated
hated
with a
him so
passion.
much.
Like I was like so like
When-
just begging
I wanna-
Joakim Noah to throw some
No,
hands.
Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah.
Kirk Heinrich got him behind the
Just
ref.
get him. Like I
Captain
can't,
Kirk,
just
dude.
because
I
of
love
that,
Captain
I
Kirk.
hate the Celtics.
You
So
hate
I hope
the
they-
Celtics.
You know what?
Yeah,
though? I
because
love
of Rondo.
now.
Yeah, I agree.
I
I
hated
agree.
him. I hated him so much, and I absolutely love Rondo now.
It is pretty cool.
I'm actually a big fan of Rondo,
Yeah.
especially playoff Rondo.
Playoff Rondo,
Especially when he's going up
something
against
else.
Draymond.
Hey, okay, so we're on the subject of NBA playoffs. So you guys know Schofield.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is a Celtics.
Scoville.
He's a Celtics
Scoville.
fan.
We learned that last weekend.
It's Schofield.
Scoville.
To us, it's Schofield.
Go on.
So he's a Celtics fan, and he bet
Which is
100 on the Cavs to win the series.
Okay.
I could never
Is
do
Is that
that.
acceptable?
I don't
No,
know.
you cannot.
I would
That's
never
not
do that.
acceptable,
If I'm a
correct?
Bull,
That
if
would
I'm
be
a
like
Bulls
when the Cubs
fan,
get in the playoffs. Like, oh, I'll just throw $100 on the dot.
And
Right.
he was like,
Hell
well, I
no.
got it 1-1. I was like, okay. I mean, I understand that the Cavs have.
You don't ever go against a team that you root for.
yeah, how don't you
Yeah,
feel guilty for
exactly.
that?
You don't ever do that.
They'd be like,
Well,
was
no,
disappointed
no. See, I bet against the Bulls this year.
Oh yeah, that's it in the regular season.
Yeah.
though. It's
Well,
not
no,
the
that's
series.
different.
in the
No,
playoffs.
that's
yeah, see,
different.
I would
When
never
you-
do that.
season.
That's messed up.
no, that's different. When you know a team's tanking, the Bulls want to lose. So that's
Yeah.
why you had
See,
to
that's
bet
how
on
I
them to
justified
lose.
it. I still felt bad.
Yeah,
when I
no,
did it.
that's fine. The Celtics they're decent. Dude, that's a weird bet to make if you're a Celtics fan because I feel like that the Celtics have more talent than the
team.
Cavs. And
Brad
like it's so
Stevens.
hard.
Yeah, it doesn't
Brad
make any
Stevens.
sense.
Well, they have Brad Stevens.
And like you guys know
Part
me,
of my
like,
thing,
I'm a big
actually.
LeBron fan, but I even
Shot.
admit that the Celtics are better than the Cavaliers.
Oh, they just
Yeah.
don't have the team. They just don't have
Exactly.
and it doesn't matter. The finals are going on in the West.
Dude,
Yeah.
Now, so
but I don't want to see like as much as I don't want to see LeBron in the finals again. I also don't want to see the Celtics in the finals. That's gonna be so boring.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
5-game series,
No.
maybe. Yeah, at most.
you know what though?
Well, what's the difference
What if
between
Brad
the
Stevens does
the
prove
Cavs?
that coaching is
With the Cavs, it's gonna be a 5-game
yeah.
series too.
Well, yeah,
true.
but with
That's a
at least
good
with the
point,
Cavs,
though,
it would be more exciting because it'd be like the third or fourth.
But
straight
We
what's
win
more
know
straight
exciting-
year.
what LeBron's going to do against that team.
Right.
He's going to
It's
give
just-
everything that he has. And
But
then
what's
he's
he
gonna
not
end up
get-
losing.
I wanna see
I
that
wanna see
again.
Brad Stevens
But
can take a
I
shot
don't
at
think
him.
he's gonna have enough left. Like he's already given he had a 7-game series with the Pacers. Then he has to go tough against the Celtics. They're gonna have to go
That's what I'm
game
saying.
7. He's not gonna have enough to go against the Warriors himself. It's gonna be
And-
they're gonna either sweep him or go 5.
Even if
Yeah, but
he
the
has
Celtics have
enough,
no
they don't
chance.
have enough.
The Cavs at least have somewhat of a chance
See, I
because they have
disagree.
LeBron.
I don't think
the
that's true at
Celtics
all.
have a better chance.
I don't
I don't
see
think
how
either of them have.
No, they
Oh,
don't.
neither-
No, they
neither have
don't.
a
They
chance,
don't.
but I don't think the
Yeah.
Celtics the Celtics do not have a better chance than the or no.
I don't think the Cavs.
I
Have a better
actually said that
chance.
way wrong.
The Cavs don't have the team. I don't. Think
No,
have
they
a team
don't.
at
But
all
they
around
have LeBron, and LeBron could potentially win 2 games in the NBA
I
Finals.
agree.
Not saying he couldn't win.
I
Not
also
saying he's going to
think
win the
the
whole
team-
thing, but I don't think the Celtics would do
I also
that.
think going West Coast to East Coast is such a big deal in any sport
Yeah.
that people forget about that. The Golden State to win 2 all the way out and
Boston or Cleveland.
Yeah.
and
Really.
then go all the way to Boston.
That's
and
true.
have to win 2 more. I don't think that's going to happen. I think the Celtics will win
And
a
I could
couple.
see
think
Brad
Stevens
Stevens,
will
yeah.
show that he will keep the Celtics in games and
they're
depending
young.
on and that's the thing.
I
It'll
love
be
Brad.
huge
I know.
for him.
I think the East is the Celtics for years to come now. I think it's going
The
to be them and
dynasty. 'Cause I mean,
Sixers.
they don't have Gordon Hayward. They don't have Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Like they have so many pieces that aren't even there. and
next
they're
year they
doing
should
this.
absolutely go into it being not. I mean,
Oh, they're
so
the
the
favorites
final,
in the East.
Yeah, the finals in the East, and maybe even second or third, favorites to win the whole thing. Obviously not the top, but they should be right up there.
I have a
next
question.
year.
So LeBron's a free agent this summer, right?
Yeah, he's gone.
So
Absolutely gone.
this is good. People don't really realize
Can we
after
pull
this.
up the free agent list when we start talking about that, by the way, because
This is why we need Egoy.
all right, but go ahead. Continue.
Miss you,
So-
Egoy.
With LeBron. This is going to be a crazy. Like they don't after the playoffs are over with. There's a lot to go on. Like where's LeBron going to go? That's a big deal.
I
He's
saw
not-
a
he's not-
report that the Lakers no longer even want to pursue LeBron this summer. They kind of want to wait
That's
for.
crazy.
I heard
That's
I
a
read they
lot.
want
What
to
do
wait
you
for
mean?
Kawhi because apparently they
I
want
think every
Kawhi the
team
next year.
wants to pursue
Who
LeBron.
are
I
the
think that
Lakers to
idea-
just like be like
lying if
who
you're
are the
not.
Lakers to just be like I'm done with LeBron? Like we're
No,
not
I
even
thought
going
it
to
was
try him
stupid
out.
too. Yeah, I
that's
thought
what
it
I'm
was
saying. Like
stupid.
who are the Lakers to be? They're not. There's nothing in the Lakers that they're so good that they can be like, oh LeBron, frick that guy.
I think it's just a business move to try and like make it maybe look like you're not as interested, so then you can swoop in. and
I'm
say-
looking at this right now.
That's a
So
good point too.
All right,
Kevin
where's
Durant
Cousins
is
going? Where's Cousins?
as long as he's
going?
not in
Hopefully
Chicago,
not
I don't
Chicago.
care.
You
Lakers.
don't like Chicago?
We talked about this
The Bulls,
actually on the
I love the
podcast.
Bulls, but
Oh,
I
you
don't
said-
I don't like him on the Bulls.
I know, but why?
I just don't see. He has the Achilles. It's not what the Bulls need. I don't like
I'd
it.
take him.
I mean, I
I'd take
don't.
it. I would not.
I think going in the draft, they need a small forward and a center. And
Yeah,
what-
Mo
you can- you
Bamba.
can take
Yeah,
one
but
of those in
I'd
the
take Mo
one of
Bamba
those in
too.
the draft.
7'10"
Give me both.
wingspan. We
And
are
then
a
go
Mo,
for Kawhi.
typical Chicago fans is for Mo Bamba.
You know, hey, if they get Boogie though, doesn't that make them more like?
What?
I mean, they're a higher destination than for free agents if they get a guy like Boogie.
Why?
Maybe,
What-
maybe the
what
next
is-
year.
But they're
What
not
is he
trying
done?
to
What has
do
he done?
that
Why?
now.
But if they
They're
can,
closer than you think.
But
though.
why is
no, because they only have one more year at max of like real tanking left before they have to start actually building through free agency.
But why
They
is
can't do the draft
why
every
would
single year
Cousins
now.
bring people in? He's not a good.
If you get,
locker room guy.
Okay, if you get one good free agent and you draft right, you mean to tell me that Bulls team can't be a top 5
No,
team in the
exactly.
East next year?
Exactly. That they can get if let's say they draft
Maybe.
Michael Porter Jr. and they get Boogie in free agency, that team is not going to be necessarily like a top. I mean, not top 5, but that's a playoff team probably you're looking at, and that means the next year you could easily use the sales pitch like, "Hey, come Chicago, it's a big market, and we have a place for you as a star here to play with guys like Boogie and other young guys like Laurie, and maybe whoever you draft, Michael Porter Jr. Hopefully." So I think you've got potential to be a top 5 team in the next 2 years if they did that stuff. Obviously, there's a lot to do before that, but they had the potential for it.
Yeah, I just don't want DeMarcus Cousins.
I just think, and like we talked about, I just think that the way you're tearing things down, I don't think adding an aging veteran with a couple of not only health problems but some locker room problems is the way to go.
John O'Brien, Zach Wallace to the Bulls, 2-year deal.
He also said
love that. I love that idea.
He also
Let's
said
go.
that you're a terrible host. So
Me?
no, he said that Trey is a terrible host.
Well, good thing he's not hosting this thing.
Yeah.
That's an invalid.
J-Ho,
that's
like-
an invalid comment at
Yeah.
that point.
Good job. Okay,
get
let's move
J.O.
on.
Off here.
Yeah,
Let's
give
move
me
on to
that.
the fridge. So we got Kevin Durant, which I
Who's
think
going
he's
back to the Warriors.
Warriors.
Let's talk about where the big three with OKC. What's going to happen there?
Done.
Everybody but Wes is.
Yeah.
I mean,
Russ
Melo is not a big
is
three of
gone.
anybody.
Poor Russ,
Melo
yeah.
stinks.
Melo is
Yes.
Melo's
Trash.
gone. George is gone.
George L.A.
I don't think
I'd
that's
say
true.
LA.
Paul George. There's no way he's going back to OKC.
No. He's
going
There's
to
no
LA.
way.
I mean, they
He's
just
going to go
got.
back with Victor, and he's going to join a big three in Indiana.
Could you imagine him going back to Indiana?
Oh.
Hit those
No
two
way.
and Sabonis.
Can you unburn a jersey? Because I think
That was
a lot
Cavs
of-
fans should know.
That was the stupidest
Tell him to call
burning of
people in
jerseys I've ever
Cleveland.
seen.
Yeah.
He got traded.
Dude, that's just how the NBA fans are.
Like,
They don't,
what do
they just
you
don't
mean?
get it.
Like they like the Celtics fans burned the Isaiah Thomas. He got traded.
Right.
Like, can you give me?
He
a
did
break,
not want to
please?
be traded at all.
Oh, and Gordon Hayward, like the one guy. That was one of the funniest videos I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
What do they say?
Stay in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, like they're like frick off. Just so Utah.
Freak off.
So
Lee.
Utah.
So Utah.
Typical Utah. Typical Utah fans.
Okay. We're done with that. Actually, that was you who made that name.
Yeah, I've taken credit with making typical Chicago fans. I'm the one who created the name.
We'll cut that, but
Well,
I didn't create the podcast. I created the name.
yeah, you definitely did create the name. And then I got
All the creative things about this podcast is all here in my
So
brain.
now
I
we
got
can never
I got
fire him.
vitamin upped. Made a little GoDaddy account, and now we're here. So
You're
let's-
welcome.
Egoy's got some good points tonight, though. He thinks that the NBA is going to drag out.
Where do you see these
He's
Eagle
commenting
points?
on the video.
Well, how can I see your
Literally,
phone?
that's why I'm reading them, dum-dum.
Oh my God.
Jesus. So he thinks that the NBA is
Dum-dum.
going to drag out the Eastern Conference Finals, that it'll go 7. And he also said that OKC, and this is a great point, I really agree with Evan on this, that OKC needs to go back to Seattle.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I
dude.
agree.
Like
Seattle
or
needs
at
a-
least
they
Seattle
need to put
needs
a team.
They could put a team in Seattle.
Expansion.
I
Let's
don't-
add 2
That'd be
more.
fun.
Can we do an expansion team and then turn them into the Las Vegas Knights?
Or
Like, give
how
us.
about we move Sacramento
Yeah,
there?
Vegas and
No.
Minnesota, New Orleans.
I'm saying
can
how
go back
good-
to the East.
I'm
then.
saying
You
how
know,
good
you
the
put-
Vegas Knights are. Like, I want that Seattle team to be as good as the Knights
No,
are.
I want a team in
the-
Vegas.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You add 2 teams. You just put one in Vegas, one in
We
Seattle.
cannot have too
or
many
you
teams
just
in Vegas.
Minnesota,
Just
New
move
Orleans
Sacra-
back to the East.
Nah,
There's
just
only
move
so many teams in
Sacramento.
Vegas.
Move
Memphis
Sacramento
has
to
to go back
Seattle.
Get out of here.
Sacramento to Seattle.
Oh yeah.
And then you can move another team to Vegas, I'm sure. I'm sure there's plenty of teams that don't get any revenue.
Well, why would you rather have 31 than 32 teams? So if you can have 32,
I'm not saying we have 31. I'm saying we just move a team. You don't necessarily have to
Sacramento can
like
be
create a
moved.
new team.
Listen,
Yeah,
let's
Sacramento
not
does their
turn
games.
turn this group into a math debate here because we will be here for a long.
This would
What
be.
did you say?
Yeah, not good.
These two are trying to debate how many teams.
Oh,
It's like
are you
5th grade math that we can't.
yeah, we're gonna need
Math-
A whiteboard,
I need calculators
for that. Math what?
debate.
Math debate. Okay.
have you ever heard of that?
I'm a
What does
master
that sound
debater.
like? What does it sound like? Say math debate really quick.
Math debate.
He got us. Damn it. I mean, I'm like,
I'm impressed.
I
Big
was
Z
like,
pulling
you
out all the
guys-
stops tonight.
I was like, you guys don't hear it. Okay.
Wow.
Let's
We just
move-
got had by Big Z. What are we doing with our lives? Speaking of NBA, draft lottery announced this week.
That was awesome.
Phoenix is going to get DeAndre Ayton, obviously the obvious pick there. If you ask any, I mean, he played in Arizona. He's going to stay, right? No one is going to disagree that Ayton's going to go 1.
Yeah.
But the Bulls slipped down to 7. They were supposed to be at 6. Obviously we've talked about this. We're very pro Mo Bamba here at
Very
TCF. 7 foot 10.5 wingspan. Like, come on. But I think, what are some guys maybe that you guys are hopeful to see the Bulls possibly jump in or maybe even move up for?
Michael Porter.
Yeah, I want Michael
Yeah,
Porter,
Porter.
Jr. Yeah, I think he's, they've got their point guard of the future, at least for now. They've got Zach LaVine supposed to be the shooting guard of the future. They've got Laurie supposed to be their power forward of the future. They got you build around. I think they need a small forward scorer. because there's not many teams that don't have that in the league that are actually good. The contenders all have a scorer on the wing that can just take over games. And Michael Porter Jr. could be that in his career. So I would say him. I think every year is always like that big athletic guy you can get. And Mobamba's that for this draft. I think there's going to be plenty of
7'10" wingspan is insane.
No, I agree, but I think he'll be gone. He'll be gone by 7.
When I watched him play in college, he reminded me so much of what Anthony Davis looked like when he was at Kentucky.
Which I think is a little bit of a stretch, but I know where you're going with
just it. Like when Anthony Davis was actually in college and the way he played on defense and was able to just run the floor and get the buckets easily, like literally make scoring just look easy because of his athleticism. That's was the essence of Anthony
They said
Davis.
Mobamba just grew.
Yeah, he's grew 2 inches since he got on
That's
campus
insane.
this year. And obviously all these guys are young, but he's 19 years old and he's already 7'1" or something?
Like crazy.
And it goes back to that super old, the super old saying that you can't teach height. 7'1" and a 7'10" wingspan.
Right.
Insane.
But the thing is, though, is he even going to be there? Is he even going to be there at 7?
I think if the other guys shake out, obviously I think if Bagley's not there, if Michael Porter's not there, if someone gets froggy and jumps up for Trae Young, then I think Bamba will be there.
Because what I'm wondering is,
for the Bulls try to?
Because the Bulls had the 22nd pick as well. Do you potentially trade those 2 picks to
be
number 4?
5?
Yes. Yeah. If it's for a big enough. If it's for a big enough name, if we end up going with DiVincenzo,
Did you see DiVincenzo's?
If we're gonna settle for
the Delaware Michael Jordan, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, Delaware Michael Jordan.
42-inch vertical, right?
42-inch vertical.
Okay,
Listen, they don't call him the Michael Jordan of Delaware for nothing.
Yeah.
Hey,
come on, people.
What does the McGloin kid have? Isn't that like a 50-inch vertical?
I think so. Yeah.
The McGloin
kid, the kid from that's going to Georgetown. He's Riff Raff's
I know
cousin.
you've seen videos of him on Twitter.
I have seen Riff
Raff. He's Riff Raff's cousin.
I think he literally has a 50-inch vertical.
Yeah, he's going to Georgetown.
Hermosillo's not going to get a badge until next.
All I got to say is I want Mobamba.
Mobamba would be great to have.
But if Michael Porter's still there at 7, you take Mike.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like we're saying.
Because if he's there, then Mobamba's not.
Someone we're missing right now, though, that could be a huge number 7 pick, and I was looking at it.
What's that guy's name?
Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
Is he going to –
I don't want him.
I think –
who's the guy from Duke that they were – because I saw the Bulls interviewed him.
Wendell Carter.
Yeah, see, I do not want him. He's going to be a role –
I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, he's a role guy.
I got a problem here.
I don't want him.
I was listening to the radio today. They were saying that where Grayson Allen falls in the draft is where the Bulls' second pick is.
Oh, that's such a Bulls pick.
If the Bulls pick Grayson Allen,
they will.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
They might.
I don't know what. First of all, I don't know what Patrick Wiley will do because he hates him. I hate him. I don't want you on my team. He's not going to be good.
Yeah.
He's going to be like every other typical Duke player, like that went to 4
Pat
years.
Wiley like Grayson Allen?
He hates him.
Oh,
he hates him with a passion.
But does Pat Wiley realize that if he had that talent, he would be Grayson Allen?
That's a really good point.
That's tough.
That's a really good point.
I really didn't think about it like that. Wow. But yeah, I mean, fuck Grayson Allen, dude.
He's not good. You said it.
I don't want him. If he's on the Bulls, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be able to watch. If he's on the
that's
court,
always like all those years we were like, do we really want LeBron on the Bulls?
We're
that was more so just a conversation with me and you.
You just
conversation with me.
LeBron James to Grayson Allen.
No, there was more of the hate comparison than just a comparison of them.
We have reached an all-time high here at Typical Chicago Fans.
Well, the first time
Egoy just said he will forfeit being a Bulls fan if the Bulls pick Grayson bleeping Allen.
I will forfeit if we draft Trae Young.
Did he say the F word?
I never about Trae Young.
He literally said.
Egoy.
Apparently, Egoy's related to Hawk Harrelson.
Oh, my God. Hawk Harrelson. I hate you.
You've got to be bleeping me.
He won't even go to Wrigley Field.
He's not invited. He hasn't figured that part out.
Do you think you're allowed in Wrigley Field? Speaking of that, Wrigley Field, let's move on to the Cubbies, who are up 6-1 right now. Haven't been playing the best.
Haven't been playing much.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah, well, I think they have a doubleheader tomorrow. I think if they play 26 straight days, they have a lot of games to go. But I think it's good for them. I think the consistency of everyday playing is good. Like I said in the podcast,
Have you ever poured a beer before?
if you're watching this right now, you don't pour it like that. You pour it like
Hey,
that.
lucky
Is
for
there a hole in the side
I
of
mean-
your beer?
Hey, lucky for him, I don't think that was on the
and
video.
then he spills it all
'Cause
over the
he's
place.
just
That was
on the
spilled.
side.
The right
Hey,
hand's
but
not
I'm
quite
sure
our-
that was picked up by
I
his
tried doing it
microphone.
one-handed and I just struggled. It's okay.
That's fine.
It's not okay.
Back to the Cubs.
But I think
I'm not worried about him.
I think
No.
you're right. The consistency of playing every day
Yeah.
is something that doesn't get talked about that much because they haven't done it. I mean,
Yeah,
think
they
about all
have
the
not.
days
Like,
that
they've
are
had-
built into the beginning of the season where it's just like, okay, we're going to schedule every Thursday off for the first 6 weeks because you're probably going to get rained out. Well, now they're getting
Like high
more.
school
They've
baseball.
also had the most rainouts since 2015. I think Igor said, and they're like 4
Checker.
games behind everybody in just the games column. So the ability to maybe catch up, make up some ground while other teams have off days, and still be able to, maybe find that groove and find out a good group of 9 that should be on the field every day,
A little break in the action. We have a sponsor. Sorry, the Corner Tap.
Free ad Friday.
Free ad Friday. Corner Tap. You can catch us there most Friday, Saturday nights. Great place, great atmosphere. Love the bartenders. Great.
Bartenders. Yeah, there's a couple of them.
There's a few of them, yeah. We love everyone at the corner. Go check it out.
Back to the Cubs.
Yeah, back to the conversation.
Do it.
I've been thinking about doing that for a while, so I just threw it in there. I really wasn't going to ask anybody when to do it because I really didn't care. So
it's Friday. You can throw free ad Fridays in whenever you want.
That's the joy of free ad Friday.
Free bombs for you on me.
Oh, that
Of the
is.
corner.
oh my gosh. Okay.
We might have to cut this short
Yeah.
if Trey's buying bombs.
No, I'm
We'll
just
be
saying
right
if
back.
we get
We're going
free
to the
bombs for this ad right here, free Jaeger bombs, I'll do it every day. I'll do it every episode.
All right, redirect us, Chance.
So
Yeah,
back to the Cubs.
Left
2.5
field.
games out of first place.
No, 2.
I think
What
someone
are
won
the-
tonight.
what are
No, I think
whole
it's
standings?
2.5 right
It
now.
looked like 2 on the thing.
I know, but I think
Chance
someone
is going to pull up the standings.
We just looked. I thought I saw it on there.
We're
But
getting-
I could
we're
be
getting
wrong.
it. Boomy
that was
putting
a
it up.
half hour ago, and I think someone's game has finished since then.
That's a wild
I'm
thing
just
to
going with
know.
what
How do
Igor
you
said.
know who finished?
Egoy just said.
Oh, well, that would be
Yep,
nice.
as
to
of
know.
now, the Cubs are 2 games out, 22 and 18.
How
They
are the
have the
Pirates
same
doing
amount
what
of
they're doing?
losses
Well, dude, the Pirates
as the
are doing it though
Brewers.
because they're playing their best
Just the
baseball of
Cubs.
the year.
And the Cubs did not play
I
as
feel like
many
every
games.
time I look at the Pirates, they're playing. Who are they playing right now? The
They're always playing somebody terrible. The Padres right now, I think.
Padres.
Always terrible.
I swear
Yeah.
they have the easy
See,
part of the schedule.
and the Cubs, I feel bad for them a little bit too because they've hit these teams. A lot of teams playing good baseball. Like I know the Braves are better this year, but do we honestly think they're going to be this good the entire
I
season?
think that
'Cause
pitching
I
staff
think
is decent.
I think
and
so too, but I think
they
the
have some-
lineup's going to slump at some point, and I think they're going to lose some games. I think the
I
Cubs
think-
are hitting them at a wrong time.
I honestly think the Braves lineup with Bias,
Oh no, they're still good.
Freeman and Acuna, and they have one other guy that I can't think of right now.
Wild names.
I mean, those 4 with that pitching
Dansby
staff,
Swanson. I don't know. I
No,
like his
I mean,
name, so.
They are going to be
They're-
good. I
they're
just don't think they're going to be
decent.
this good all year.
I don't think
I
they
know,
can
but
maintain it for
still,
162
that's a
games.
good team. That's a good team for
Yeah.
them to play early, especially when they're playing.
But I mean, like this thing, they're playing well right now, and the Cubs are hitting all these teams when they're playing well.
Yeah.
Even the Reds right now have won
Albies.
12 out of the last
Albies.
23. They're 12 and 11 in the last
Thanks,
23
Igor.
games. You're hitting even the bad teams at the wrong times,
I
and
thought
that's
it-
a struggle for the Cubs.
It's just with the
Well, I
Cubs.
said Bias.
I know it sounds
I didn't know.
like a broken record, but I think we just got to find a consistency in the lineup. I'd like
Yeah,
to see
we've talked
the
about
same
this a
lineup
lot.
multiple days, or like at least close to the same lineup. Like keep Bryant and Rizzo
Not
in
Joe,
like
though.
this. Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, Joe's never been like that.
Yeah.
Consistent
Yeah,
I
lineup.
know.
He's
I'm not
always-
saying. I'm not
that's
saying
part
it's not
of
like
what
Joe.
he does.
2016 was weird for him to have the same lineup almost every day.
I
He
know,
didn't
I'm
like
just
that.
I
saying.
agree, and I
It's
don't
just-
disagree. I do like it, but I'm just saying, like, we love Joe, and if that's part of his
I guess we had to live with
going forward. I mean, trust it. He's won one
tough.
for us. He's taken us to 3.
Yeah, my thing is not the
NLCS.
lineup. It's like the people in the lineup.
Yeah.
I want to see Schwarber every day.
Yeah, yes.
I don't want to see Hayward.
I want to see Almora every day.
I don't want to see Ian Happ right now.
Yeah,
Until Ian Happ figure out
Happ is struggling. I wouldn't mind sending Happ to AAA for a couple weeks.
Like I always say with Happ, if his defense was better, then his offense could struggle. But neither are doing very good right now. I think Almora is just so good on defense; it trumps everything. Like his defense is so.
His bat's coming.
He's also got over 20 runs and he's batting like 290.
Yeah,
he's
and
easily the better candidate.
Honestly, I think the talk about him and like there was lump him and Javi and the whole don't take walks. I think it's really making him focus on his bats because it seems like over the past few weeks he really has been focusing on his at bats. But I mean, I don't know what to talk about.
Well, I like Almora. I don't necessarily like him in the leadoff spot because he does not take walks. I feel like that's a problem with the leadoff guy, but I do want Almora in the lineup every day. I do want Schwarber in the lineup every day. I wouldn't mind seeing Zobrist out in right field most days.
Other than Hayward, I mean,
Zobrist he provides. He's a contact guy. He does the little things
very well.
that the Cubs don't do well.
Hasn't Hayward been okay?
He's been okay.
Year?
He has been.
Defensively, he hasn't been
right.
That good.
That's the thing. You expect the defense and you don't expect the bat. And this year he's been very average at both.
Yeah.
And there are guys
getting paid like I'm not a big fan of Hayward.
I don't even know if you could trade him for a sack of baseballs.
You can't.
It really doesn't matter who. Contract. I mean, Bryce Harper's going to be in right field next year.
That's true.
It's not going to really matter.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this then. Do you guys want to trade right now for Machado?
Yes. Who we trading?
That means we don't get Bryce Harper.
Who we trading?
Well, not necessarily.
Who we trading?
You could trade for Machado and him not re-sign.
And somebody for Machado.
Okay,
I'm taking it.
But that's part of it. Okay, so I got in an argument with Cody Zink actually,
who just tuned in.
That's perfect.
Perfect time.
So like I was talking to Cody. The one day. He said that he did not want to trade Russell and Happ for Machado.
I do it in a heartbeat.
That's what I said. That was my argument. But Cody did make a point. He goes, okay, so you trade Russell and Happ for Machado and you have him for this year and he goes elsewhere. Then you get Harper.
He's not going elsewhere.
Okay, but wait. So then you get Harper at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So you have Harper, but you don't have Russell and Happ. If you don't make that trade, you can still get Russell, Happ, and Harper.
Ooh.
You know,
damn it, Cody. Makes sense.
So that's kind of that's just part of it because even if you make that trade, okay, so then you re-sign Machado. There's probably, and I know the Cubs have enough money, and there's probably a way they can figure out how to sign Harper still. But like, it's probably not going to happen. You got to think it's either Machado or Harper.
And I actually wrote a blog that Zach has yet to post about this exact thing. And in my blog, I talked about
pat in the back.
The fact. Yep, that's a little.
Yeah, like a little muscle.
Come on, Big Z. No, I think
that's my fault.
I still think the Cubs should make the trade, and here's the reason why. I think Theo has shown us time and time again that he figures it out. Let's say they trade for Machado for Happ and Russell. Okay, so be it. Those two are gone. Yes, you can have the downside of maybe you don't get Machado. Maybe Harper doesn't even come next year, and now you're left with only Javi to play shortstop. Okay, I think Theo has been good enough, and he's got guys in mind, and he will have guys in mind that, if things go south with that, he's going to sign guys to come in and do a good job on this team. He's got guys in mind. He's not going into this offseason or this trade deadline thinking, oh, there's only one guy in mind. That's not how Theo operates.
Right. It's pieces.
Right. They think this through, so I think he could find a guy. Plus, I think if you trade for Machado this year, that makes your team this year so much better, and they could win a World Series with his team. And I think if you win a World Series,
Machado's stats right now,
it's unreal.
340. He's got 40 RBIs. I think 14 home runs.
How do you not trade for that? Give a chance.
And I mean, okay, so everyone's saying, well, Addie's a better shortstop. You don't want to. Addie is a better shortstop than Machado. Don't get me wrong.
You know what, though? You could put Javi short.
Machado played shortstop.
Does people forget that we haven't been watching Machado highlights at third for literally 2-3 years? He's a good shortstop. Yeah. You're not losing that much putting him at short. But dude, the Angels just can't. Oh, was that Hermosillo?
But I really like Machado. His bat would be a nice spark for the Cubs.
Mike Trout.
You put Machado anywhere in this Cubs lineup, and he's going to produce.
Yeah.
He's going to hit homers.
OPS right now is 1.079.
Yeah, to me, there's no question about it. You trade him.
Nuts.
You trade for him.
He's had, and that's what I'm
not
saying.
like Russell, but he's not there.
I saw the article
He's
that Mike Trout was on pace to have the most historical season in MLB history. I'm like, he's not even having a top 3 season in the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's up 300 points from last year, and he was still pretty damn good last year.
That's insane.
Plus, and the thing is, for just one last point with this, next year it wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's say if Machado doesn't re-sign, maybe the Cubs do get Harper. Maybe your everyday lineup consists of Javi at short and Zobrist at second base.
And they're so young. You're so young. You have options.
That sounds fire.
Yeah,
and you have Theo. You have options.
Right.
They've still got guys you could trade in the future. It's not a big deal. They've got plenty of time, plenty of assets to make this work.
All right, let's move on to the last thing what all this?
Oh, we didn't think this all the way through.
We really did not think
weekly recap.
A weekly recap. Everyone
best thing you've
basic,
heard all
I like
week.
it.
We'll start with Boomy.
My favorite thing I heard this week, pretty local story. You probably saw it somewhere in the news, no matter where you're at. There was an attempted school shooting in Dixon, Illinois, which is about 45 minutes north of here. They're actually in our local high schools conference, and I know I don't know if Big Z ever played against them in high school, but we all played against them.
Pawpaw doesn't get much recognition.
And there was a kid who walked into the graduation practice with a gun and shot, and the I think it's resource officer is what they're called, returned fire and stopped a school shooting. And like, we hear about these all the time, but like this happened like right in our backyard. It's 45 minutes away from. We used to live 10 minutes north of there. It hits.
I can't wrap my mind around stuff like this.
Yeah. So shout out to that resource officer that took down saved a lot of lives. So
absolute hero.
You don't like hearing about the stories, but you do kind of you like hearing about the heroes that kind of step in and save, especially when it comes to younger kids. He's saving lives out there. So that was pretty cool. That was one of the cooler things I saw this week that he stopped that.
Very wild. What's Trae?
All right. Well, I guess I have 2 things. One is Zach's one of the coolest things I've heard this week. Zach's going back to media school.
Go back to school in general. That was not
in
planned.
general. It's just cool. We went to IVCC together. Ended up going there for a year before I went to school, and he ended up finishing getting his associates. So it's pretty cool to see him doing all this, putting all this together. So yes, standing ovation.
What's your school's mascot? What gym do they play in? When's homecoming?
So
school colors.
So when's the last time in the NCAA tournament?
Oh my God. I bet you NIU's been there before they Hey.
I would doubt it, but
all right. So my other thing is what we were just watching on my phone is an Illinois Valley legend around here, Michael Hermosillo, is making his debut tonight. Pretty cool. Back when I was in high school, I played in a summer league with him.
And how'd you do in that game, by the way?
Well, I played summer league baseball with him for a whole summer, and I played him when I was younger too. When he played at Ottawa, I had a pretty good game against him. Not to brag.
Pretty good.
Pretty good game. We won't throw any stats out or anything. So
30.
pretty cool to have that and to see him making it now. So that was one of the cooler things I've heard all week.
Yep. Gameboy.
I think the coolest thing I've heard all week is just the amount of excitement that a lot of incoming rookies in the NBA have about the Bulls. They seem to actually want to play there. I heard Michael Porter Jr. say he wants to come to the Bulls and play as a small forward there and be a scorer for them. So that they need that, and he wants that. I've heard Mo Bamba talk about the fact he wants to play next to Laurie. So I feel like just hearing that makes me happy because this past year sucked as a Bulls fan. So that's my thing, is just rookies being exciting.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie.
God,
I've been sitting here for like 10 minutes trying to remember.
I was wondering why you kept passing the torch to everybody else.
I'm like, dude, I gotta remember.
See, I thought you were gossiping about me and something just happened. And I was being an idiot.
I'm like, dude, that's why you're supposed to write things down.
Dummy.
Mine is the pretzel. My head has been put in by this Yanni, Laurel, and then what was the other one? Brainstorm and Green Needle. This stuff needs to stop. Like whoever these people.
You're giving Big Z a headache, so stop.
We did a Danny Parkins interview this morning right before it started, somebody sent me the video of the Brainstorm Green Needle. Heard it twice.
It's a Green Needle, by the way.
I hear Brainstorm and I hear Green Needle. Like, they say whatever you think about is what you hear. Like,
no, see, I thought Brainstorm and I heard Green Needle.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like,
you got some wires crossed upstairs there, Big Z.
Some what?
Wires crossed.
I think we got some wires.
Talk about putting people in a pretzel over here.
I'd say we got some wires burned.
Yeah, you definitely have some.
But that's not from this whole Lori.
No, that's from a lot of different things. But I'd like to thank Trae for coming on.
Yeah,
first time.
Thank you for having me.
I hope you enjoyed it. Gameboy, where can we reach? Gameboy needs some followers.
I need some.
I realized it the other day.
Struggling.
See, my problem is that I'm not funny.
You're not approachable.
And
kind of ugly.
At least you're
kind of ugly, but my picture's low marketing, so it's okay. But give me a follow, just out of like, I don't know.
Pity?
Yeah, a pity follow. I'll take a pity follow. Just give me that.
I might need to know your
I
handle.
heard if you just spend like
at TCF Gameboy.
I heard if you
Thanks,
spend
Boomy.
like $10, you can get a lot of followers.
That's a lot of money.
I'm about to buy some followers just to see what the whole experience is about.
That's a lot of money.
That's not something you announce to everyone.
Yeah, I
You
can't.
just do it.
I don't have $10.
I don't. No one's watching this anyway.
We got
what are we at right now for viewers? Like 4.
3
We got Boomy.
at Boomy TCF. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up something here. You keep putting me on the spot. At Boomy TCF. I'm much funnier than Gameboy, so definitely follow me. I have a lot funnier tweets. And I had one the other day that like I thought was funny, and my buddy Tyler thought it was funny, and all he put was hilarious tweet with a gif of Drake dancing. It was the one about tell Robbie Cano to call Ryan Braun's people.
Humble brag.
It was pretty funny, and none of you did it, so I just wanted to bring that up.
I saw it.
I mean, I didn't like because I didn't like it.
All right.
That sounds like
funny.
That sounds like one of the funniest things I've ever heard. Trae's Twitter,
this video
please.
so I can kick Jack's ass here. We're fighting after this.
Trae, let me hear your Twitter.
At Trae JB.
And then, okay, we got at Big Z TCF, but I got people at work call me at Big Z, or Big Z, not at Big Z. I don't know if I can keep going with the
talk
Big
to
Z.
you as your Twitter handle? That's wild.
Do they even have Twitter?
No, but they do call me Big Z, and I don't like it. Like I'm not a big fan.
Well,
of
you are
like,
Little Z.
Face to face, Big Z. So there may be a little change.
What are you gonna change it to?
I don't know.
Put you on the spot. Come on.
Zelo.
Zelo.
What do you want me to change
The
it to?
original.
What do you want me to change
Cottage
it to?
Shrill.
Oh, I'm called Cottage Trill.
TCF
One of the
Cottage Trill.
stupidest things I've ever heard. We're going to end this video before somebody gets hit. So thank you for watching, and we hope you have a Friday night not to remember.